Nice little river flowing here. Don't ask me the name of it. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Looks like there could be some fish in here. I don't know. I'm Matt, and this is Procrastination Garage. It's Thursday afternoon, just after 1 p.m. We need to unhook the trailer. We need to load some air conditioners in the back of the truck and head over to the rental and install 3 window air conditioner units. Woohoo! Maybe have a little bit of glare from the sun there, but here's what we've got. We've got 3 air conditioners. We have 3 stands that they sit on, and then we have 3 plexiglass kits that help seal them in. We've got a step stool because one of them I can't reach. Well, 2 of them are kind of hard to reach without getting up on a stool. And then that tub there's got insulation in it if I need extra insulation, which I usually do. So let's head on over there and get these things installed. On our way. So in a perfect world, this rental property would have a central air, but adding it doesn't justify the cost. And 3 window air conditioners do a good enough job of keeping it cool. The only issue is that I do want to install them in the spring and take them out in the fall, just when they're needed. That gives me a chance to take them out, clean them, inspect them, and also make sure that the house stays warmer in the wintertime. And I don't think our tenants have any real complaints, so it is what it is. I might add that I don't make our tenants suffer any more than we do. We also depend on window air conditioners at our place. It's not really a big deal. Same thing. Take them out in the fall, put them back in the spring. The other rental does have central air. In fact, it's got a much better HVAC system. But we don't live there, and we don't want to either. We like where we live. It's just after 3 p.m. and almost home. Air conditioners installed. Fairly easy task, although every year it seems like the little pieces of insulation I use to seal things up, I do it different every year. Doesn't matter as long as it works, I guess. All right, what's up next? It's about 6 p.m. and I figure we ought to go do some gopher hunting. I've not done any gopher hunting this season, and it shows. I've got a whole bunch of them down the lower property that are trying to take over the place. And the main thing is trying to keep them from coming up on the upper property where it's landscaped. So let's go down there and set some traps. See this area here, I raked it out the other day, so they're very active in here. I'm going to poke around, see if I can find a tunnel. Using that screwdriver, I thought I found a tunnel in here, and I dug this dirt out, and then I poked around again, and there is something, but it's really deep. So I came over here, poked around a little bit, and found a tunnel in there. So I'm going to set 2 traps. There's a hole going that way, and then if you look around, there's one going that way. So you need to set a trap facing both directions. All right, 2 traps are set. The problem with these traps is you have to dig up a lot of real estate in order to set them. But these are by far the best traps I've ever found or used. Got a flag there so I'll remember where it is, although it's right here at the lower, right on the edge of my grass. I'll be able to find this one. Here's some more activity right here. But since I just set the traps right over there, probably the same gopher. So I'm just going to rake this out and we'll keep an eye on it. I set the traps over there, but over here I have some more activity. This is far enough away to where this is probably another gopher, but the activity is not super fresh, so pardon the sun behind me. I'm going to go ahead and just rake these areas out, and then we'll check them tomorrow and see, and then if there's more activity down here we'll set it, and hopefully we'll have a dead gopher over there. I raked out everything on that little hillside there, but this one here, this looks pretty fresh, like it was maybe done today. And then as I start moving over here, there's a lot more activity. So I think I'll rake most of this out, but I'll look for a tunnel here, and if I can find a tunnel, I'll go ahead and set traps right there. I've dug down that far and I've not found a tunnel. Poking the screwdriver, there could be something down even deeper, but I'm not digging any deeper than that. Let's Let's try checking some of these other areas and see if I can find a tunnel a little closer to the surface. Sometimes you only find the end of a tunnel, and that was the case here. So I only needed one trap. So it's set. I may poke around over there a little bit and find another place to put a trap. 2 more traps set, plus the one over there. All are flagged. Let's move over to that spot right there. 2 more traps set and marked. This trap here is different. I don't like it as well. I think I've only caught 1 gopher with that trap, whereas these I've caught hundreds. Let me show you close up. This is what the other trap looks like, and honestly it looks like it ought to work just fine. If you look down inside here, what happens is this piece here is spring loaded, and you can see there's a wire, and so back in there you can't see it, I don't think. Maybe if I turn some light on. Can I turn some light on? I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little thing back in there that they trip it with, and the wire should come up and catch them. It just, I haven't had much luck with it. So I ran out of my best trap, so I used one of the good ones and one of these. I've also got these traps here, which are the new and improved version of my favorite trap, and honestly I've not had much luck with these at all. So I try to refrain from using them if I can help it. We may go ahead and set them tonight. All right, we'll wrap it up for the night. I've got 7 traps set, and I've got a bunch of areas raked out. We'll inspect them tomorrow and see what they look like, and hopefully we'll have captured some gophers. Kill. The goal is to kill them dead. So hopefully we'll have some dead gophers in the morning. It's Friday morning, about 8:30 a.m., and what a beautiful day. A couple things I got to do today. I got to put air conditioners in here. I'm not going to bore you with those details. I need to turn on some sprinklers, but what we're going to do here in a minute is going to go check the gopher traps we set yesterday. But first, look at our road. They did the dust control stuff. They spray some stuff on it, and this will keep it dust free pretty much all summer unless we get too much rain. But also, look at this. Freaking litter bugs. Let's go pick that up. What a combination. Not only are we littering, but we're drinking and driving. Yep, gotta love it. I pretty much got everything watered this week except for the grass here in the front yard and real close up back. So we'll run those sprinklers for an hour or 2. Ah, that's better. Now let's go check gopher traps. Here we are at site number 1, and not looking good. Obviously a gopher's been in here, backfilled all this. I don't think I had a trap. Did I have a trap there? Oh, there's a trap. And it's been, it's gone off, but with all this dirt, there's probably nothing in it. Nope, just a bunch of dirt. And that one there didn't go off, so can probably leave that one. Maybe I'll dig this one up again, but this is not a win for sure. Call that 0-1. This was that other hole I didn't fill in. There's nothing in here, but they backfilled that anyway, so obviously he figured out that I was nearby. He or she. All right, the next trap, I can see that it's full of dirt. You can tell by looking right down in through here that that's full of dirt, and probably looking through the hole in the end. So gopher won that round too, so we are 0-2. All right, at this point I'm really unhappy because there were 2 traps here. One trap is missing. There's a tunnel right there. This one was not set. So what that tells me is a coyote has intervened and stole my trap that had a gopher in it. So we'll say we're 1-2. Unfortunately, I don't know how the coyote plays into this, but this is an overall loss because that's a $20 trap that's missing. Look at all the pretty little purple flowers. They're weeds, but they're pretty. And our final hole, again, I've got a trap missing. That was that round trap that I don't really like, but it tells me that it probably caught a gopher and the coyote wanted it. So he took it. I don't know how much that trap was, but it was probably in the neighborhood of 20 bucks. Now what's interesting is this one here, this trap has gone off. There's no dirt in it. So do I have another gopher in here? I'll check and let you know. All right, I'll let you guys see there's no gopher in it. So, but anyway, so we are 2-2 on the gopher catching. And then with us against the coyote, we are 0-2, and the coyotes cost me 40 bucks. Now it could be a bird, but if it was a bird, it would probably be nearby. They wouldn't really fly away with it, probably. Probably a coyote took it off, maybe took it back to its den to feed its young or something. So maybe I could have prevented it if I'd come out here in the dark last night and checked my traps. I thought about it, but I thought I set them late enough that it would probably be okay to wait until morning. But that being said, I'm currently down 2 traps of the 8 traps that I had. Not happy. So where does that leave us? I think we need a change of game plan. I think what I need to do, set the traps first thing in the morning, hope I catch something during the day, and then come out maybe after dark, check them one last time. If they don't have anything in them, probably assume I'll get through the night. Or I could go ahead and set them off at that point. I don't know. But I can't afford to lose any more traps, because the one trap, my favorite one, I don't know if I can get any more. I'm going to try. I'll go online and look. Last time I went on Amazon, I found the trap I wanted. I ordered it. But the one they sent me was one of the new versions, which I think is a replacement for the old version. And I don't want a replacement because the old versions are the ones that work. I don't know. Just taking a quick pause here. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, and please tell all your friends. Thanks. In walking back up to the shop, the Bronco's looking sad. It's got a flat tire there. The right front tire is flat. It's dirty as all get out. I should put a battery charger on it, see if we can get it started up, just for shits and giggles. I know it doesn't run well, but it should at least fire up. So that'll be the goal before the weekend's over. I'll put the charger on it right now. I actually had the charger on the green truck last night, because when I went to start it and move it yesterday, I noticed it was struggling a little bit. It hasn't been being used, so I understand the battery being low. Anyway, green light showed that it's fully charged, so we can move this to the Bronco. Poor Bronco, sitting underneath the maple tree has not done any favors here. Look at all the little seedlings. We're going to need to get rid of those before we try and start it too. So that's all right. Oh, I forgot I've got an onboard battery charger on this thing. I could have just plugged into that. Yeah, we'll see what this one does. And that's not a good sign there. Maybe we'll go ahead and plug the other one in instead. All right, that's weird. The bad battery light was on, and I walked away mainly to get my glasses to come back and read it to make sure that's what it said, and I come back and that light is off, so now it says charging. Maybe we'll go ahead and leave this one on and see what happens. There's the other tire. Later we'll air the tires up, but for now I got air conditioners to install. It's Saturday morning around 10 a.m. and I'm down on the lower property setting some traps. The goal is to set them this morning, check them this afternoon, early evening, even when it starts getting dark. Anyway, look what's going on down here. I've got these 3 apple trees. I'm going to call them wild. Actually, there's 4 technically. There's these 3 clumped together and that one back over there. But these 2 are in full bloom right now. Gorgeous. It's just afternoon time. Just got back from a late breakfast out and came down and checked the traps, and looked like we got a win right there. I'll check it and let you know. All right, that other one was a win. Coming over here, looks like we maybe have another. Again, I'll let you know. That last one was a win, so this one was nearby. It has not been set off, and probably because the gopher that made this hole was probably the one that I got over there. So let's go check the other ones. As I'm walking over to check the other traps, I see I have some new activity right here. So we'll have to set some traps here. Here is the final area I had traps set, and there's no activity here whatsoever. No gophers been around. I can see they haven't backfilled them, and no traps have gone off. So not bad though. That's 2 out of 3 areas I have traps set up. 2 of them were successful. Great. It's Saturday evening around 5 o'clock. And you know, there's mower maintenance that you should do, like oil changes and changing air filters and stuff like that. And then there's maintenance that you have to do. And we're going to concentrate on the have to do. Yesterday while I was using this mower, I discovered one thing that was broken. I say broken, it's more like bent. And then as I continued on mowing anyway, knowing that it wasn't going to cause a huge effect. And then I got something caught in the mower blades, and now the mower blades won't spin. So let's fix it. It's been a while since I've removed the deck on this Craftsman mower. I do recall it's fairly easy to do. Okay, that didn't come out as easily and gracefully and as quickly as I'd hoped, but again, it's really not that difficult. What it is, you've got bars coming down here that are held in place by a pin. This here goes up and is pinned on both sides, and then you've got this piece here. Normally you have to undo, but that's the piece that was bent that I told you about. And then at the front, you can see the bar down there on the ground. It's pinned, and then you got to remove the belt, which is that lever over there. So all in all, that's pretty easy. So let's go ahead, I'll take this off, and we've got to straighten it, and then let's flip this deck over and see what it looks like underneath. And here's the bottom. That's what our problem is there. But if you look at those blades, those things are beat. Man, those things are beat. I've hit a few rocks with it. We'll go ahead and pull those off and sharpen them real quick. Well, they're easier to take off and sharpen once the mower deck is reinstalled. So I guess we'll do that. But let's go ahead and get that mess cleaned up. I had to use the impact to break the nut loose to get the blade off. And then I got a bunch of the stuff that was wrapped around the blade. But I still have a bunch of stuff around the bearing. So I'm in the process of cutting it and using a couple of screwdrivers to pry it all out. In the end, it took all those tools, but I did get it all free. All right, now let's do some sharpening. And how are we going to sharpen? We're going to use the bench grinder. I've got all three blades sharp-ish. Sharpened, I wouldn't call them sharpened, sharp-ish. But I was getting ready to install the final one here, and I found some more plastic from that bag, so I need to remove that. Then we'll put this back together. Flip back over and ready to install under the mower. Now, one thing we're going to do, grease fittings. There's spindles, 3 of them, and they each have a grease fitting. We'll shoot some grease in there. What we should do is clear all this grass out of here. Will we? I haven't decided yet. So I cleared out a bunch of the grass and stuff, and I was going to take these plastic covers off the ends and clean out in there. Somebody put them together with Phillips screws, which I don't think they came with Phillips. I've never had one that did. And as I was trying to back them out, one of them started to strip out the head of the Phillips. And so that's a project for a different day. So we're not going to worry about that. But what I am going to do, put the deck back in, roll it outside, and then I'll use my air compressor and blow out as much as I can. And that'll be good enough. I mean, the whole thing is, first time you mow after you've done this, it fills back up. And I don't do it after every mow. The key is to make sure there's not enough grass in there to catch fire. And hey, have been there, done that. There's the before picture. Let me show you an after. And there's the after picture. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight, just straight-ish. That's good enough. All right, the mower deck is back installed. Now I'm not sure you can see it. There's kind of a golden rod. See that pin right there, the one to the right, and then follow it through and see that rod going back, and it goes back and connects to the back of the frame. That was the rod that was bent. I'm not happy with the way it's set up in there. It may come off again. It may be I need to pin the other end of it, which right now it just goes through a hole and hooks. And maybe if I drilled a hole and put a pin through it, it'd secure it better. We'll think about that in the future. But for now, we got everything else reinstalled. Gonna roll the thing outside and blow out these grass clippings and then call this done. Well, you know what we say on Procrastination Garage. It's good enough. I blew it out mostly. I see a big clump right in there, but it's fine. It's going back into mowing duty tomorrow. All right, this is done. This kind of motivates me though. Maybe we'll give the thing an oil change here shortly and air filter, redo the air filter. It's Monday morning, 8 a.m. Getting an early-ish start. So I'm doing some watering here, but I need to mow today. So I want to go mow over near the property line and switch the sprinklers over there as soon as I get done. So let me get that mowed, and after we get some mowing done, maybe have some fun stuff to do today. I don't know. Have some other stuff to do today. That can't be good. It's Monday afternoon, around 5 p.m. Man, let me tell you, I spent all day working in the yard, mowing, weed whacking, whatever needed to be done. So what came from that? I think I showed you already. One of the gopher traps that was missing from the other day, found it while I was mowing. That's a plus. So now I'm only down one, which gives me hope that maybe it's up underneath one of those trees down there. So we'll have to check that out one of these days. It's 9:30 a.m. and it's been a busy morning. I've been out here since about 8:30 working on the sprinkler here. Had to replace the riser on it because it was broke. I think I showed you a video from yesterday where the water was bubbling up under the grass. So this area here, my neighbor, well, this is our well pump here, and the neighbor had a guy come in and replace the well pump this winter, and they drove down my grass and just made some deep marks in it. So my neighbor filled it in with dirt yesterday, put some grass seed down, and I was watering it yesterday afternoon when I discovered this. So anyway, that's what's going on around here. Yesterday I spent the whole day mowing, got everything looking real good, weed whacked, looking real nice. So today, gonna go mow the rental. Got to go do some shopping first. You can see my neighbor's back, he's doing some burning down there. So that's it. Let me get some water turned on and then I'm headed out and I'll be back this afternoon. It's 5 p.m. and about an hour ago I got home from mowing the rental. So the work's done for the day. Just turned off irrigation water. Made a trip to Home Depot today. Let me show you what I got. Well, let me get the mower unloaded first. That's right, baby. 6 sheets of OSB. Why? More yard sale tables. You guessed that, right? So OSB on either some sawhorses, or you can see back there plastic tubs, whatever, to get stuff up off the ground at right level. So I just put 3 in right here, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll get 2 more in here, and then these other tables here can go over where the side-by-side and the tractor is during the yard sale. So we're still working towards yard sale. So it's not this coming weekend. It may be the next weekend. I don't think so. It's the weekend after that. We have lots of time. But I've got a full container full of stuff, mainly crafting type stuff to bring up and lay out. And that's what this yard sale is mostly about, is selling a bunch of crafting supplies my mom had. So that's it. I'm done for the night. Headed up to the house. It's Wednesday, noontime, and I've spent the morning working on sprinklers, dinking around the shop. Sprinkler repair I made the other day over in the yard, had grass bubbling up with water under it. What I replaced was a riser that was broken, but that's not all of it. There's something else, because water was bubbling up again today, so I haven't tackled that one yet, but I've done some other stuff. Anyway, like I said, working out here in the shop, trying to get straightened up, organized, getting ready for the yard sale. But getting ready to go up to the house for lunch, and thought, you know what, while we're up there, maybe we'll go on Amazon and see about ordering some wheel spacers for the new wheels I've bought. So I measured the new wheels, what the back spacing is. Now I'm getting ready to take a tire off the front and the back of this and check the back spacing, compare them, and then go online, see what I can find to order up some new ones. So let's get that done. Here are the numbers. So the new wheels, the rear was 5 5/8 inch back spacing, and currently I'm 5 3/4 on the wheels that are on there now. That's close enough, not worried about that. The new wheels, the offset is 5 1/2, but on the current wheels it's 4 1/4. So that's 1 1/4 inch. I'm going to need a spacer to take care of that. So we'll go online and see what we can find as far as spacers, and it'd be nice if I could find like 1 1/2 inch spacer, but I'm not sure there is such an animal. I'll let you know. Lunch is over, and I found 1 1/2 inch wheel spacers for the front, and then I ordered new lug nuts for all around, and they should be here on Friday. So in theory, I might be able to get this project done Friday or Saturday, but it's Procrastination Garage, so I wouldn't bet on it. The other thing is, I'm not sure that the rear tires will fit without my the new A-arms I want to order. So we'll see. I mean, it's only 1 inch more in the direction where they're going to hit there at the front. So 1 inch really shouldn't be that big of a difference. The tire's only 2 inches taller. And I don't think I have any problems up front, it looks like. So I don't know. We'll give them a test run when we get to it. We're back at the sprinkler that I fixed yesterday. Haha. Got it all dug up again. And it looks like down there at the T is where it's broke. So while I do have a T, I don't have a repair coupler, so I'm going to have to make a trip to the store. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out and see what else I need and head to the store. I made it to Helms. Now to head home with the parts and get all dirty again. You would think we're probably headed home from the hardware store, but nope, I've already been home. Now what did I discover? That my PVC pipe cement had dried up. So I should have bought that when I was at the store, and now I'm headed back to get it. Now, in my defense, the last time I used the PVC pipe cement was just a few weeks ago when I was working over at the rental. And in fact, I opened up a brand new one. I usually have an extra one on hand, and I had opened up the second one. So this one should be fine. Apparently what happened was I didn't get the lid on tight all the way, and being as warm as it's been, and the whole thing spent some time out the back of my truck, it baking in the sun, and it just dried it all up completely. So I should have checked before I left, but like I said, in my defense, it was just not that long ago that I opened that one, so I didn't think it was a problem. Oh well. How's that look? All done. Got a repair coupler in there, replace the broken piece. I think we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and run the sprinkler for a while. I'm not going to backfill it just yet. I'll do that later, maybe tomorrow morning. Hey, little bun bun. How you doing, little guy? Yeah, you're not too afraid, are you? Okay, where are you going? It's okay. Are you friendly? Are you friendly, Bun Bun? It's Friday morning, and it's a beautiful day, see? But instead of working around the yard or the shop like we're supposed to be doing, Dog and I, we're gonna head up to the mountains for the day. I'm kind of lazy. My original plan was to take the side-by-side up today. I just didn't feel like loading it up and didn't really have a plan. So instead I thought we'd just take a drive up. We'll check and see where the snow level's at. Maybe do a little mushroom hunting. Who knows? But just to get out of town for the day, or at least for several hours. It's just afternoon and we haven't quite made it to dirt, but we did make it to the Tieton Reservoir Loop Road turnoff. So that's pretty close. So we're up on White Pass. We're headed up towards Conrad Meadows. Yesterday I got a question from a friend asking me how far out it was paved towards Conrad Meadows, and I honestly don't know the answer. So maybe today we'll figure that out. Also, there's another road out there, I don't know what the number is, but I want to go up it and see if we can get through, because it's got an area that looks like it's getting real close to washing out, and I just want to see what shape that's in. I might look for a few mushrooms, although I think we're going to be too high elevation up there, and I don't know, just spend a couple hours up here before we head home, just enjoying the nice day. There's the lake, Rimrock Lake. We're now on the 1000 road, and you can see it's paved. It's narrow, but it's paved. And you'll recall we snowmobiled this in the wintertime. In fact, what, a month? Nah, it's been like a month and a half ago. Probably the last time we were on it. It melts out fairly quickly because of the pavement, because once a little bit of pavement shows, then it heats up and just melts out. That's all right. We kind of got to watch it today, being a Friday afternoon. People are going to be setting up camp and stuff, so probably headed this way won't really run into any traffic, but coming back out we may run into some people with campers and stuff. It'll be interesting to see. Welcome to Conrad Meadows. Well, this isn't really the Meadows. The Meadows is over that way. You may recognize the outhouses. We've been out here in the wintertime. So I've never been here this time of year. I've only been here when the snow's on the ground. So we're going to take a walk down around this loop. I think it's a campground here. We'll check it out. It's definitely pretty out here, but look up high, you can still see some snow. Temperature is around 50 degrees, the wind's blowing. It's kind of brisk. I'm wearing shorts, but I did put a jacket on. Me and Dog. There's Dog. Nice little river flowing here. Don't ask me the name of it, I don't know, I'll have to look it up. Looks like there could be some fish in here, I don't know. Pretty neat. Look at all the pretty native flowers. Oh, well, what I meant was these flowers over here. And then look, we've got some native trash too. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up. So they have this nice little parking area right here. And then over here says no parking beyond the sign. Turn around approximately 300 feet. And then you look down there, and there's this guy parked. I mean, what the? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, never mind. Well, I'd say we reached the end of the road for the tow beast. You know, I walked up through here, and could I get through here? Yeah. You know, some of these rocks are kind of big, but I could roll them out of the way. I could make it up around there, but there's no real point. I do want to go up to the end of this road, but I think I'll just come up here in the side-by-side or something. It's pretty gnarly. So we'll cut our losses, turn around, and start heading down. I guess I need to just get the Bronco going again, because if the Bronco was running, I could definitely get it up through there with no problems. Wouldn't have to move anything. Oh well. Looky what I found. A couple of elk. Yeah, getting a little nervous. Back on the paved section of 1000 Road, headed out. It's coming up on 3 o'clock. We're about 45 minutes from home, so that'll be just about right. Fun day up here. That's a wrap on this week's Procrastination Garage. Thanks for hanging around till the end. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So what did we accomplish this week? Well, another week of mostly doing chores, but we did get to work on a lawnmower a little bit, and we started some prep work for TERYX upgrades, new tires and wheels. So that's coming up soon. I don't know if it's the next video. God, it should be. And then I've got some major work going on over at one of the rental properties with the tractor. That's all coming up too. So be sure to check back next week or real close to it. So again, thanks for watching. Remember, #1 goal of Procrastination Garage, keep me motivated, keep me working out in the yard, down in the shop, or playing up in the hills, which I did do that last week, but you don't see it. You'll see it in an upcoming video. So that's it. My name is Matt. This is Procrastination Garage, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.